Hello, it is Saturday, May 14th, 2022. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It is a Saturday puzzle, so a tricky themeless puzzle today, and this tricky themeless edition of the Daily Solve has been brought to us by Dan Stocco, B.W. Diedrich, and, as always, the inestimable Hood Monster and the invaluable Timothy Mark. Thank you so much to the four of them, benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign, and to everybody else who has backed the Daily Solve Patreon campaign. You can find that at patreon.com/dailysolve, and of course there's a link in the description field underneath the video, and you'll get access to all of the bonus videos that have gone up on the channel to date, and the new ones that go up each week because of... if you saw yesterday's video, if you saw at least the beginning of it, you'll know there was an audio mishap, and I didn't... none of my commentary for the video was recorded, so I ended up spending more time fixing that video, although, of course, I couldn't restore the audio, and didn't have time to do yesterday's bonus videos for the Patreon for the weekly speed solve of the mini crosswords. So, and I'm getting, don't have very much time today either. So those will go up, but perhaps not yet today. I'm not sure yet. Anyway, I'm very confident the audio is being recorded now. I suppose if it's not, you can't hear this anyway, but I think it's fine. I double and triple and quadruple checked it. So, with that all out of the way, let's move on to the crossword itself. This is a Saturday crossword, a themeless crossword, and very possibly the most difficult crossword of the week in terms of the cluing. It was constructed by Ada Nicole. This is her third crossword for the New York Times, and it was edited, as always, by Will Shorts. So let's go. Let's get going. Stagger. So it could be stagger as in to space things out, or it could be stagger as in to amaze or to flabbergast. Incomplete Wikipedia entry. I believe incomplete Wikipedia entries are called stubs. You sometimes see that notification at the top of incomplete Wikipedia pages. It says this page is a stub, something like that. Oh, never mind. You clearly don't want to talk about it. Not sure. Here we have Amos with the 1994 hit Cornflake Girl. Oh, Tori Amos, the singer. 1994 hit Cornflake Girl. And then here we have soba alternative. Soba is a noodle. It's a Japanese noodle, and udon is also a Japanese noodle. So there we have soba and udon. Oops. Icy detachment. It could be a berg, an iceberg, an icy berg. Former Philadelphia Mayor Wilson. I'm actually not sure. And what about this? Bug. A bug in software, for instance, is an error, so that might be the answer. And here we have try to say. To get at? This is what you're getting at? This is what you're trying to say? That's plausible, but I'm not certain, so I'm not sure yet. What about this? Children's toy that's sprayed from a can. Oh, silly string. Boy, I haven't seen or thought about silly string in ages and ages. Decades, maybe? Okay. To practice something is to ply it, as in to ply a trade. To practice a trade. It could be try as well, but I think ply is a closer match. What about this? Part of many a software demo. Informally. Informally. I'm not sure. What about this? Unanticipated deficit. Unanticipated deficit. Surprise loss? I'm not sure. Maybe I'll delete that for now. What about this? You blank. Words before an amount after discount. Oh, you pay. So after something's been discounted, it will say you pay before the amount. There we go. So this does look like get at, doesn't it? And here we have genre for Cowboy Bebop and The Mandalorian. Space something. Space Western, perhaps? Yes, that fits well. And here we have not our typo, sick, which is what you would write in brackets, which is, and they've hinted at this with the brackets in the clue, to indicate that the thing you're quoting, the error was part of the original text, not introduced by you. Okay, what's eating blank? What's eating him, you might say? And literally guilty mind. Is this mens rea? I think this is a legal concept, I think. But I'm not 100% confident, so let's check the crosses. Here, there connection. Here, neither here nor there. So when this says here, there connection, in this case, what it means is a word that connects here and there. So neither here nor there, nor connects here and there. Most alert to social justice issues. Now, when we see something like most, we can often assume it's going to end in an EST, and then in this case, wokest, which is sort of an awkward sounding word, but I think that is what they're looking for. And then exhaust could be to tire. You could exhaust yourself, tire yourself. Day after Pi Day, e.g. Right. So Pi Day is March 14th, 3.14, and the day after that is March 15th, the Ides of March. There we go. Beware the day after Pi Day. Advisor, e.g., could be an aide, an assistant, an advisor, perhaps. Parking spot, question mark. Parking spot. A seat where you park in the sense of sitting down, and the question mark there is indicating a bit of pun or wordplay. So obviously we see this and we think a parking spot, a place for your car to park, but in this case we're using it in a slightly different way. We're saying as in park yourself down. Tautological words of resignation. Oh, I guess your seat, as in the seat of your pants, I suppose also. You can interpret it that way as well. Anyway, tautological words of resignation. It is what it is, perhaps? Yes. So resignation in the sense of resigning yourself to the fact of something. Oh, never mind. You clearly don't want to talk about it. Sorry, I asked. There we go. And what about this? Former Philadelphia Mayor Wilson. Good, Wilson Good, and then get at. I mean, I don't know this name, unfortunately, but this all looks plausible. Or Goody Wilson, maybe? Not sure. Practice, right. Okay, we saw that before. What about this? Makes sacred. Makes sacred. I wanted to start with im or em or in or something like that to sort of operate on something else. Imbues, that kind of thing, if you see what I mean. But I don't... anoints or... Yeah, I'm just not seeing it. What about this? Horoscope symbol. Not sure. Luxury home installation with a vanishing edge. I think with a vanishing edge, I think it means an infinity pool. Boy, that is indeed a luxury home installation. I've only ever heard of infinity pools in sort of high-end resorts and things like that, as opposed to someone's home. But an infinity pool is when the water goes right up to the edge, and so it sort of creates this, as it says, I suppose, a vanishing edge. It sort of creates the horizon. Prefix with pronoun. Prefix, I'm not sure if this is saying prefix with the word pronoun or prefix with an example of a particular pronoun. I'm not actually sure which I should be trying to think of. Yeah, I'm not sure. Sorry. What about... Oh, I just don't remember all the horoscope symbols. Where else can we look? Making fairly good progress through this Saturday puzzle so far. Comedian Notaro. Tig Notaro is a comedian, so there we go. And something to take home. And here we have room where a Peloton may double as a clothing rack. Oh, a home gym, perhaps. A good cross with infinity pool. These would be two very different sorts of homes, I suppose. The one in which gym equipment is doubling as a clothing rack, and the one in which an infinity pool is installed. Or maybe you don't have room for anything other than this if you've spent all your money on your infinity pool. Anyway, that was a close call. Could be Hugh with a... Actually, could be Hugh with whew with a W or few with a P. It could be either of those, I think, reasonably. And then here, codeshare partner of American Airlines. Is it El Al? Actually, not sure if El Al is a codeshare partner of American Airlines, but it is an air carrier in 4 letters starting with an E, which makes it quite likely. Ensemble part. And one member of Congress's squad, Omar. And then Ilhan Omar. And then let's move on. We're soon there? That doesn't seem right. What about this? Ensemble part. Well, what about something to take home? It's either a P or a W at the beginning. Oh, profit. What you take home. So your net revenue after expenses, etc. And then, an ensemble part is a role, of course. You could have an ensemble cast, and one part of it would be a single role, of course. Or a part, as in also a synonym for role. Subjects of some parental speeches. Life lessons, I suppose. And let's move on. Oh, we're done here. There it is. Okay. Put out and Broadway star Philippa. Oh, Philippa Sue was in Hamilton. Actually, I do remember that. And then put out. Not sure. What about this? Part of many a 3-day weekend. Well, 3-day weekend will generally include a Monday or a Friday, so many of them will include a Monday. And to make a quick visit within, to pop in. There we go. And biked. Pedaled, of course, right. You rode a bike, you pedaled the bike. Was ist das? What is that, or what is this? I'm actually not sure which it is specifically, but German, of course. And then to give somebody something in person could be to hand it to them, hand to, give in person, hand to. That seems plausible. And here, this stays between us. Don't tell, I guess. That's straightforward enough. Here we have Tex-Mex brand, sorry. L something, LD, not sure. So Texan Mexican food is what that is referring to. Blank yum, hot and sour Thai soup. Tom yum is a hot and sour Thai soup. And then here we have, they're not always free with their advice. Oh, consultants may charge a hefty fee for their advice. So this isn't L, but I guess old. I was thinking it was going to be L as in Spanish for the, but no, old. Blank on a sign-up sheet. A slot for which to sign up. Oh, so maybe here's our L. Oh, old El Paso, maybe? El Paso, the city? And then down pat. You have something down pat. You have it learned cold. Extent of a commuter rail system. A metro area often is where a commuter rail system will serve its passengers. United hub. So this means, in this case, this is referring to United, the airline, as opposed to saying a hub that is coherent or whole. And Chicago, it must be Chicago O'Hare. Renders does? Is that? I'm not sure. What about this? Large mass of swimming fish. A shoal, right? A shoal of fish. And then that'll be the day. Ha, you might say. And stand for something is an easel, as in stand for art. And then, and that's a bit of a clever clue because it looks like it's saying stand for something as in stand for a particular ideal in a metaphorical sense. But in fact, it's literally a stand. And so renders is indeed does. Okay, we'll move on. Purchase at a military supply store informally. Camouflage? Not sure. What about this? General neutral pronoun could be, well, I was going to say ours, which I think it could be, but it could also be one's, as in one's favorite crossword. Ours, and those are both possessive, actually, so they're both plausible. Anthony Hopkins' character in the Marvel Universe. Oh, Odin, father of Thor, and then... Oh, so it is ones. Okay, so this will be an E. Shade of green could be what? I'm not sure. What about this? Me al Salama, across the Mediterranean. Adios, it must be. Goodbye. And then to put out a fire, for instance, could be to douse it. And writer of the line, did you ever stop to think and forget to start again? That's very funny. A. Milne, I suppose, the author of Winnie the Pooh. Oh, Nile Green. Okay, I don't know that I can picture. I don't know that I'm familiar with Nile Green. Maybe I am. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. Okay, so we just now have this northwest corner remaining. Is there anything we have not yet seen? Yes, we have not seen this. A piercing tool. In leatherworking, for instance, that could be an awl. And informal pronoun could be y'all, maybe, which rhymes with all. And then, what is this? Test for purity. Assay. You could test, I don't know, ore or something like that for purity, I think. And either side of Alaska. Alaska, a schwa. I don't exactly know how to define a schwa, but I think it's that vowel sound that you find in Alaska, for instance. Those two sounds, schwa. And the question mark is indicating pun or wordplay, and often when you have a question mark clue that says something like either side or end or pair of or something, it will be referring to letters or, in this case, sounds in the word in question. Okay. Stagger. Astonish. Oops. I can't remember if that was one of the possibilities I threw out, but I think flabbergast was one of the ones I said. In any case, this was staggering. It was astonishing. An online heckler would be a troll, of course. The strife is blank, the battle done. Easter hymn. It must, I'm assuming it's or for over, the poetic contraction of over. And then part of many is software demo informally. A screen something? Not sure. I mean, it must be screen something, right? A software demo. And then table tennis equipment, nets. You could have nets. You need nets, I guess, for table tennis. And then, an unanticipated deficit would be a shortfall. You could say the company announced its quarterly earnings or something, and there was a shortfall, an unanticipated deficit. Horoscope symbol. Oh, scales. Is it scales? Is that... I don't know why, but that sounds familiar, and I sort of can picture it, but I'm not exactly sure how it relates to horoscopes. Part of many is software demo, and formally screen capture, perhaps. And then practice is indeed ply, after all, and makes sacred hallows, as in hallowed ground made sacred. And then prefix with pronoun is neo. I thought that was, for some reason, that seemed like it would be the answer, but I don't really know why. Neo pronoun? I'm not sure. I'm sorry. Anyway, I think that's the puzzle solved. It is. There we go. So that is our Saturday puzzle. And let's admire it. So we had several references to pronouns. We had neo. I wish I had a good, solid understanding of that. And then y'all, the informal pronoun, ones, and I think there was one more somewhere. A good, solid Saturday puzzle. I think a pretty smooth solving Saturday puzzle. And a good collection of different sorts of phrases. We had a sort of very formal legal phrase with mens rea, guilty mind, and then some casual speech like "we're done here, don't tell," that sort of thing. So a good range of clues, and I don't think anything that really gave me big bits of resistance consistently. I think it was a relatively consistently solving puzzle throughout. And I do enjoy that with a themeless puzzle. And so, yes, nice puzzle from Ada Nicole here. And I'm not going to put up the privacy veil because since I didn't have any commentary laid over yesterday's puzzle, there's nothing to correct. So there you go. I got you. Got you that time. I'm sure there would have been plenty of things had the audio survived. But since it didn't, we have no reflection on yesterday's clues in today's puzzle. So sorry about that. And so I suppose that's it for the Saturday puzzle. I'll be back tomorrow for the Sunday puzzle, which is usually about, I don't know, a Wednesday to Thursday level of difficulty, but a much larger grid. So it is almost always the longest solve of the week. I hope you join me for that. But until then, please do have an excellent remainder of your Saturday. Take care.